اللهم وأعظم برهانه وشرف بنيانه وأبلج حجته وبين فضيلته. اللهم وتقبل شفاعته في أمته، واستعملنا بسنته، وتوفنا على ملته، واحشرنا في زمرته وتحت لوائه، واجعلنا من رفقائه، وأوردنا حوضه، واسقنا بكأسه، وانفعنا بمحبته، اللهم آمين. وأسألك بأسمائك التي دعوتك بها أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد عدد ما وصفت ومما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت، أن ترحمني وتتوب علي وتعافيني من جميع البلاء والبلوى، وأن تغفر لي وترحم المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات، وأن تغفر لعبدك المذنب الخاطئ الضعيف، وأن تتوب عليه إنك غفور رحيم.
السلام عليكم.
Resul-i Ekrem ve Nebi Muhterem sallallahu teala aleyhi ve sellem Efendimiz Hazretleri Aziz Farkına ve Muhtemelen Şeriflerine selam-ı şerifi getirenler ahir ve akıbetlere hayırlı. Hâd-ı ezvâc-ı tahirat evlâd-ı Resul-i Eshab-ı Efendimizin Said Enbiya Azam ve Resul-i Fiyan'ın hazırları ve şeriflerine hizmet Bilal-i Habeşi radıyallahu anh Efendimizin ve ala husus bu caminin bahanesi bugüne kadar içerisinde gelmiş geçmiş İmam Muhammed'in kaynakları ve kafir ehli iman-ı vahiy için sahibi Seyyid Şafii Müfessir Rabbani Hazretleri için Allah rızası için El-Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketuhu yusallûne alen-nebi. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli alâ seyyidina Muhammed ve alâ seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Allahu Ekber, Allahu
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Nahmadullah ta'ala, wa naghtafiru ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, wa ashhadu anna Sayyidina Muhammadan abduhu wa habibuhu wa rasuluh, sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa azwajihi, wa ashabi tabihi wa lafi rashid mahadin min ba'di. Zamiyata ala al-tahqiq, وزمن علامة خلفاء رسول الله تحقيق أمير المؤمنين حضرت أبو بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعلى بقية الصحابة التابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. يا أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون اتقوا الله تعالى إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنون. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes, who says in the Holy Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, remember the day when we raise in every witness over them from themselves. And we will bring you, Ya Muhammad, والسلام, as a witness over your nation. And we have sent down to you the book explaining everything, a guide, a mercy, and good news to those who have surrendered to Allah. Allah orders justice and ihsan and giving to relatives and forbids all shameful deeds and injustice and rebellion. He instructs you that perhaps you will be reminded. Fulfill the oath of Allah when you have promised, and don't break your oaths after you have confirmed them. And when you have made Allah as a witness over you, indeed Allah knows what you do. Sadaqallah al-Azim. May all peace and blessings be upon the guide to the straight path, the mercy to the universes, the bringer of good news, and the warner, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. May peace and blessings be upon his noble family and blessed companions, especially upon the four Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazrat Umar Farooq, Hazrat Osman al-Ghani, and Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. O believers, today is the last Jummah of the blessed month of Rabiul Awal. We're asking our Lord to make us from the people that are under the shade of the pleasure of our Holy Prophet ﷺ. As the Qasidatul Burda is saying, O my Lord, for the sake of Al-Mustafa, please let us reach our goals and forgive us for what we did in the past, O most great in generosity. Ameen. O believers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent Bani Adam to this dunya. And He is describing the struggle of the life in this world, saying, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, we have indeed created man in ahsani taqwim, the most perfect form. Then we reduced him to the asfal as-safilin, to the lowest of the low. Sadaqallah al-Azim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made us the highest in His creation, the most perfect. In Islam, there is original innocence, not original sin. There is original perfection. He has made us to be the highest in His creation. He created our father Adam alayhi salam with His own hands, with time, with care. But mankind has been sent to the worst place, to this dunya, to the lowest place. And the struggle of mankind is to keep his honor of perfection, to keep his honor of ahsani taqwim while living in this low world. Our Sheikh Abdul Karim al-Kibrisi Rabbani is telling us what it means to be ahsani taqwim, to be the most perfect form. He's saying, man has been created in ahsani taqwim, the most perfect one. Definitely Allah has not created man for him to live in this world with his animal self, later to die and go under the ground and to become food to other worms. No, you don't take that flour to give it to the goats or the sheep. They have grass to eat. You are keeping it nicely in one corner. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating man in the most perfect form. He's giving time to us in this world and saying to us, I have honored the children of Adam. And you must find that honor. You must run and you must find what makes you honorable and what brings down your honor. And while going out of this world, you must take that and you must go. We can only get that title and go out of this world with that title as a human when we understand that we have not been created for our ego, but we have been created for the service of our Lord. That gives us value. If man is not being servant to his Lord, he can build the world in the east and the west. He can put buildings in every corner of the world. He can put his technology reaching from here to the moon and from the moon to other worlds, but he has not accomplished anything because he has not understood his reason of creation. If man is not understanding his reason of creation, then he is not understanding for whose sake he has been created. In this month, we're trying to celebrate and to understand and to acknowledge the station that is given to our Prophet ﷺ, and to understand that our existence is because of that Prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if we had not created you, we would not have created anything. We have created you to be a mercy to the whole mankind. Being Ahsani Taqwim means to be Allah's servant. Being Ahsani Taqwim means doing the work of Allah in this world. As Shaykh Effendi is saying, a man can do every kind of work. He can build civilizations. But if he's not doing that for Allah, then it means nothing. And Shaykh Effendi is going further, saying that if a man is not connecting his service to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and not understanding that his origin is from the Holy Prophet, then he has not understood his reason of creation. So how will we learn to live in the Asfal Safilin, in this lowest of the low, according to the way of perfection? Look at the word. Ahsani Taqwim, Ahsan. It comes from the word Ihsan, excellence. And the teaching of Ihsan, the teaching of how to be excellent, it is one of the most subtle, most beautiful, and most delicate teachings in Islam. Ihsan is so holy that Jibreel alayhi salam came from paradise to speak to the Holy Prophet while the Sahabis were watching, giving them and giving us the famous hadith of Jibreel. Hazrat Umar al-Faruq is saying, we were sitting with Rasulullah alayhi wasallam when one day a man appeared with very white clothes and very black hair. There were no signs of travel on him. And we didn't recognize him. He sat in front of the Holy Prophet and rested his knees by his knees and placed his hands on his thighs. The man said, Ya Rasulullah, tell me about Islam. The Holy Prophet replied, Islam, it is to bear witness that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, to establish prayer, to give charity, to fast the month of Ramadan, and to perform Hajj if the way is open. The man said, you have spoken truthfully. Hazrat Umar said that the Sahabis were surprised that the man was speaking like this to the Holy Prophet. The man then said, tell me about Iman. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Iman, faith, is to believe in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, the last day, and to believe in destiny, good and evil. The man said, you have spoken truthfully. Tell me about Ihsan, perfection. Holy Prophet said, Ihsan is to worship Allah as if you see Him. But if you do not see him, then definitely he sees you. The man said, tell me about the final hour. Holy Prophet said, the questioned does not know more than the questioner. The man said, tell me about its signs, the signs of the final hour. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, the slave girl will give birth to her mistress, and you will see barefoot, naked, and dependent shepherds competing in the construction of tall buildings. Hazrat Umar is saying that then the man left, and Hazrat Umar was left alone with the Holy Prophet, who asked, Ya Umar, do you know who that was? Hazrat Umar answered, Allah and His Messenger know best. And the Holy Prophet said, in truth, that was Jibreel salam, who came to teach you your religion. This hadith is one of the pillars upon which Islam is founded, and it is showing the stages, the stations, the hierarchy of our religion. First is Islam with its physical actions. Then it is Iman, which is dealing with our belief. And the highest matter is Ihsan, which is dealing with our manners, our adab to our Lord, and how we must behave. For a man to reach to Ahsani Taqweem, he must have Ihsan. And for 1400 years, the teachings of Ihsan have come to us through the people of Sufism, the people of Tasawwuf, through the Awliya Allah, through the friends of Allah, the saints, through tarikats, through the Sufi orders, reaching all the way back from the time of the Prophet ﷺ. Our Shaykh Sahib al-Saif is describing how tarikats bring man to Ahsani Taqweem, saying, tarikat is to make a person to keep his face towards the Qibla, to prepare him to his destiny, where he is going, and to be ready always. And the only way to be ready for that is to have the love of Allah and the love of the Prophet ﷺ in your heart more than anything else. If you don't have the love of Allah and His Prophet in your heart more than anything else, then you are not ready for Akhirat life yet. That means you still have attachments to this world. Something is holding you to this world. So you don't want to go where your place is. That's dangerous. So anybody who is in tariqat must make progress every single day and must fill up his grave with the necessary things that he needs, because he is going to spend time in that grave or in the journey beyond the grave. All orders of Islam, or all orders that all prophets came to give people and to make them to live according to those orders, everything was only to clean them for the journey to where they came from, to clean them and to make them to enter into paradise, nothing else. From all the prayers, all fastings, all zakats, all hajj, all zikrs, all good deeds and all voluntary worships is to prepare man to turn his face back to the Qibla and to be ready for the angel of death when he is coming to go clean and to clean himself in this world and to go out clean from this world. That's the whole meaning of this life. All other things that we are keeping, the works, the worldly wealth, children, this, that, and everything, is an obstacle in our way when they pull you from the way. Allah is saying to us openly in the Holy Quran, all your wealth, your children, and everything that you own is only confusion for you. Isn't it? It's only a confusion. All the wealth that you have, worldly wealth, and the children that you have are only confusion for you. If it keeps you away from Allah, then is a big confusion. If you use that properly in the way of Allah, then it is a big blessing moving you towards Allah better. We must keep Allah and His Prophet priority. Otherwise, man is losing. There is no other way. Tasawwuf, tariqat, It comes to redirect man away from the dunya and towards Mawla. Tariqat comes to teach a man how to be in the service of Allah in this world. Tariqat comes to make man reach to his station as Khalifatullah. Without this teaching, without reaching to ihsan, without reaching to ahsani taqwim, everything that man does is spoiled and rotten because it is done for the sake of the ego and dunya. That is what we see in the world today. We see that despite the fact that technology has reached to the highest level in the history of this world, despite the fact that wealth has reached to its highest, despite the fact that academic learning has reached to its highest, there is no benefit for the people. Even though the governments and the presidents are rich, they are giving no benefit to the people. Even though sometimes there may be leaders who want to do good, nothing good is happening. Why is that? Because the hearts of the leaders and the government officials and the people, their hearts are beating only for dunya. Nobody's heart is pumping for Allah. So we are drowning in the darkness of this lowest of the low. And even worse, it is happening to us in the Ahir of Ahir Zaman. Oh believers, there was a time, not in ancient history, there was a time when the Muslims were reaching the station of Ahsani Taqwim. There was a time when the entire civilization was built on the principle of serving Allah as though they saw Him and knowing that Allah was seeing them. This was a time of the Holy Ottomans. What made the Ottomans special and gave them distinction from other civilizations? It was that they were the only civilization in the history of mankind that built itself on the principles of tasawwuf. Even the other Muslim civilizations, despite their greatness, they did not achieve this honor. The birth of the Ottoman Empire came from the relationship between the Sheikh and the Murid. The dream of Sultan Osman Ghazi came from the adab that he showed to the Holy Quran in the Dergahi of his Sheikh Adab Ali. And every Ottoman Sultan following Osman Ghazi stayed in the sohbat of a Sheikh and was affiliated with a tariqat and honored, and they deferred to the sultans of the Ahirat, the Awliya Allah. The great Ottoman Wali, Hazrat Ismail Haqqi Bursevi, is explaining this, saying, the pillars of Sultanate rest on the breaths of the Awliya. And it is through them that the affairs of the state are organized. A house cannot stand if one of its pillars is missing. The house of the state cannot stand without the pillars of sainthood. Every sultan needs a sheikh because the sultanate came into existence through its association with a sheikh. These words were not a theory for the Ottomans. The Ottomans, they lived with these words. The Ottoman civilization is the only one in history where the highest ideals of tasawwuf, they were taken and applied to every aspect of life. Yes, we see the beauty of tasawwuf and ihsan when we look at the beautiful tall minarets and the domes of the great jamis that are all over the Ottoman lands. Yes, we see the beauty of tariqat when we look at the discipline and protocol that existed within the palace between the pashas and the wazirs and the sultans. Yes, we see the haybat of Islam when we read the du'as and the firmans of the sultans, but we also see the beauty of tariqat when we look at the places where the simple people would live. We can see that there were people who were concerned with building water fountains that would last until Judgment Day so that people could drink clean water. We can see that at almost every street, on every corner, there is a grave of a friend of Allah, and that the people still up till today stop and show respect and read Fatiha while they pass. We see that the people were so in love with the Holy Prophet ﷺ that they would plant gardens of roses in their houses just to remember him and send salawats to him. The Ottoman culture was a culture that showed the heights to which the Muslims, they're capable of ascending. And because of this adab, towards Allah and His Prophet. The Ottomans became the instruments through which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enacted His will on the earth. The Ottoman sultans, their devlet, they were a fulfillment of the hadith. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I will be the hand with which He strikes and the eye with which He sees. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the Ottoman sultans victory and hibat exactly because they were living only for His sake and for His pleasure. This is why Sultan Murad I was part of 37 military campaigns, none of which he lost. This is why Sultan Mehmed Fatih Khan was able to conquer and enter Constantinople and ennoble it. He did not sack it. He ennobled it to become Istanbul. This is why the Holy Prophet ﷺ instructed Sultan Selim to go to Egypt to be dressed with the khirqa of Khilafat, because the Ottoman sultans were not concerned at all with their tribe or their family or their race. Their only desire and their only policy was to be the Khalifa of Allah on the earth. They lived truly as the inheritors of the Holy Prophet. As Sahib al-Saif is saying, did the sultans do something that the Prophet ﷺ didn't do? They followed his footsteps. They followed his sunnah. Of course, if he continues like that, then so many things may happen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, when they want something, I give to them. If they're upset or angry for something, whatever they wish at that time, it will happen. Understand the meaning? The Ottoman sultans were dressed with the robes of Rabbaniyat. While we had this civilization, we had honor. While we had that civilization, we had the shade of Allah upon us. When this civilization was removed by us and by the enemies, we lost our connection to the heavens and we lost our place as Ahsani Taqwim. And that is why for over 100 years, the Muslims, this world, has been suffering in Asfal as-Safilin. The only way out for Muslims is to look at how we fell, to ask for forgiveness, and to wake up. Shaykh Effendi is saying, we left Allah. Over 100 years ago, we have risen against the ruler that Allah sent to us, the Khalifa. We have risen against him. All nations, Muslim nations, rose against him, saying, we don't want this kind of ruling. We don't want these kinds of laws. What are these laws? Remove it. We put our own laws. Now you are okay. In all Muslim nations, things that never happen in their dreams, now it's happening there, worse than the Western countries. Watch. I don't have to tell you. You know how it is. You know better than me. So, what's in it for us? We are part of it. We have to sit and pray. Yes, Ya Rabbi, we are in it. We are part of it. We're asking for forgiveness. Ask forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Say, yes, if you give me the power, I will stand up and I will change all these wrong things. And I'm starting to change the wrong things with myself. And I'm promising to you that I'm going to live according to your laws, not according to my ego. Then you will be all right. Even if you change nothing, even if the whole world turns upside down, you will be okay. So wake up to yourselves. Today is the good day. Tomorrow, worse is coming. The following day, worse is coming. The following day, worse is coming. But the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he's saying otherwise. Allah is saying otherwise to the believers, saying, the ahir is going to be better. The end is going to be better. But it's not happening better to those people who are claiming that they are believers. Every day that is passing is becoming worse. Yes, it's because something is wrong with their belief. Something is wrong with their faith. Their faith and their action are completely something different. So we must wake up. You must wake up. Your duty is to sit and to wait, because the Holy Prophet is saying in Ahir Zaman, in the end times, people are not going to run. They are not going to run after haqq. after the truth. And they are not going to give obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are living in that time, keep the haqq and be patient. Don't interfere because you cannot change so many things. Try to change yourself. Be in an awakening station. Prepare yourself. And wait for the Sahibul Zaman to take the takbir. Not to say, I am here, I am Sahibul Zaman, I am Mahdi. Close your ears for those fool people. They are fools. And they are running after those kinds, but they are being suspicious about their sheikhs. When that one is coming out, he's not going to say, I am the Mahdi. He's going to start doing his job. Taking the takbir and doing everything. No man, no power is going to stop that one. It's almost about to happen. Wake up to yourselves. وَمِنَ اللَّهُ تَوْفِيقٌ حُرْمَةُ الْحَبِيبِ حُرْمَةُ الْفَاتِحَةِ. Amin. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah al-azim al-azim. La ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. La ilaha illallah. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد كل شيء لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد كل شيء لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك من الظالمين سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة إن ديننا إن الله الإسلام قام الصلاة
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد محمد رسول الله أشهد محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله رسولنا سيدنا مولانا محمد صلوات. استغفر الله سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا اله الا الله والله اكبر ولا حول ولا قوه الا بالله العلي العظيم. اعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والهكم اله واحد لا اله الا هو الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا اله الا هو الحي القيوم. بالجلال والكمال سبحانك يا عظيم. سبحان الله.
سبحان الله.
نعمة الإسلام والشرف إيمان دائما. الحمد لله.
الحمد لله.
لا لا شرف ولا إله إلا الله أكبر. الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد لله وهو على كل شيء قدير. سبحان ربي الأعلى الوهاب.
الحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كلنا آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. آمنا بالله صدق الله العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر.
لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. سيدنا مولانا محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. سيدنا محمد صلوات على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات على أكمل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات صلوات الله تعالى وملائكته وأنبيائه ورسله وجميع خلقنا محمد وعلى آل محمد عليه وسلم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته إلى الله تبارك وتعالى سنة أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين والتابعين بهم بإحسان مثل مجتهد الماضي والعلماء المتكل من الصالحين ومشايخنا في الطريق الرشيدية العالية قدس الله تعالى روحهم الزكية ونور الله تعالى بحضر البركة وعلى الله تعالى بركاتهم وفي ذاتهم دار والحمد لله رب العالمين.
الفاتحة. فاتحة. اللهم صل وسلم.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد.
لا شريك له نستغفر رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. فاتحة.
Biz Osmanlıyız.
Biz Osmanlıyız.
Ekşanlıyız.
Ekşanlıyız.
Bir.
Allahu Ekber.
Bir.
Allahu Ekber.
Bir.
Allahu Ekber.
Walillahilhamd. Assalamu alaikum. Shuma Mubarak. If you have any questions, ask. Something you want to say, say. Say something that is going to benefit you and others, or else keep silent. Otherwise, every word that you say will come back to you as a curse, as a fire, as a punishment. Man must learn what his limits are. Inshallah, may Allah accept our week service and accept our tawbah, and accept our salawats, and accept our ziyarats, and accept all worship that we're doing this month for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. May Allah remove hypocrisy from our hearts. May Allah make us to be strong believers. Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Hadith, is not learning Quran. He is not reading thousands of books. It is sincerity. Living with haqq, following sincere people. With that sincerity, you will see the signs of the final hour. With that sincerity, you will know what is Dajjal and what is Mahdi. You will not know that if you have too much knowledge. You will not. Because Dajjal is going to come with a lot of knowledge too. Don't you know there are 70,000 scholars of Dajjal? Scholars. They have come with knowledge as well. Everything is corrupted except for the heart. So learning how to be sincere, we just see this example, is not that easy. Learning how to be sincere. Learning how to wake up your heart. Learning how to get rid of the stubbornness in your heart is not that easy, but it's going to save you. How many wants that? Our own murids, they don't want it. And murids, they don't want it. That is going to save you. If you don't have that sincerity, you're going to be fooled. Dajjal is going to come, he's going to fool you. But with that sincerity, you will understand. This one looks like a prophet, but there is kufr there. This one looks like a scholar, but there is kufr there. This one looks like a saint, there is kufr there. This one speaks such nice things, there is kufr there. This one doesn't speak Arabic, there is haqq there. This one is not an old man with a long white beard, but there is haqq there. You will know what is haqq and what is batil with that sincerity. You don't need any miracle, any sign there. You understand? Because Dajjal is going to come to show you miraculous things also. But that sincerity, you will know. When other people, they're going to be wowed, you say, this is something wrong here. So look to yourself. If you're running after those kinds of unveilings, you will fail. Because Dajjal is going to come to unveil. But if you're running after sincerity, meaning you're running after looking at yourself, what is your Dajjal? What is your shaitan? You're concentrating, not other people, concentrating yourself. Of course, today's people, the murids are coming, sitting in front of me and saying, I don't have Dajjal, I don't have shaitan in me. Don't yell at me. Don't you know I'm older than you? You say that to a doctor? Never. Huh? So there is no faith. They don't believe. They don't trust. Or they have wrong idea, fake idea of what tariqat is. You're going to be in big trouble. Because that's the time the Shaykh is going to say that is black. You will see it is white, but he says that is black. How many are going to believe? That time you have a drop of doubt, you'll fall to the other side. Yeah, no saint is going to help you from the other side too. No Shaykh is going to help you from the other side too. That you will not be able to know. Now you have to hold on to that jubbah strongly. Now even when we're training people to know what is haqq and batil, the time will come where it's even more dangerous now. It will come, it will become even more dangerous that you say, now you understand, look, I cannot trust my eyes, I hold on to your jubbah. Don't think you're holding on to the jubbah, just saying, I hold on to the jubbah, I love you, I'm sitting here, I'm smiling at you, I'm saying, nothing. Those things are not going to. It is these kinds of things. It is this kind of wash-ups. It is this kind of, to make you to wake up and to understand what is what. If you have that, yes, you're holding on to the jubbah. Yes, you love me. Yes. Then you understand what is my niyat behind. What is my intention behind those words. If you're blind, you're only going to see this tone, this volume, these words. You're blind. Then your heart is blind. Your heart is blind. Astaghfirullah lazim wa atubu ilayh. Yeah. Go to where the spirit is. Don't go to where the form is. Where the spirit is, you can go to this place, it can fill up. You can go to this place, it can fill up. You can go to this place, it can fill up too. May Allah forgive me and bless you, inshallah. Al-Fatiha. Okay, what else are you saying? Any other question? Yes, Mr. Thank you. You made this? Who? Any other question? Nothing. Okay. Fatiha. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum.